Gentlemen, let's leave the building. We're on a mission. Don't drive away right away. Let it warm up. It is so cold out there today. I gotta let this one warm up a little bit. Let the engine warm up a bit. My brakes are frozen. Just a bit frozen because yesterday I threw a little spritz on the car to remove some of the excess road grime, I guess, road salt, excess dirt and things of that nature. So I got some water on the brake calipers. Actually, I got a lot of water on the brake calipers, so they're frozen right now, so I had to nudge it out a bit, get them unstuck so I can drive out. But in Canada, unfortunately or fortunately, it is like that. That's how it rolls here. If you're lucky enough to be able to park your car in a garage, you can get rid of the excess salt. The car is not 100% clean, but it helps to alleviate some of that excess road salt, you know, that you don't want on your car. You don't need it, don't want it, you shouldn't have it. If you want your car to die of an early death, never wash it in the winter, because that's a key factor. It also depends if you lease. If you lease, you probably most likely won't care that much. But if you want to keep your car for many years to come, a little maintenance wash every now and then does the trick. You don't have to wash it every day with soap. You don't have to take it to a car wash every day, but if you can spritz it off with a garden hose every 2 or 3 days, twice or 3 times a week, especially in the winter, it becomes more critical. Anyways, I mustn't turn, but I just did. So light was green for the pedestrians, but there weren't any pedestrians, so I'm gonna turn the camera against the sun a little bit. I don't want to do it, but I have no choice. I'm gonna give it a little bit more angle so you can have a better view. Let's go off on first gear. Let's slow down a bit because there's a police station to the right. It's right here, the police station, Ville Saint Laurent. So no hurry, no rush. It's probably minus 15 out there with the cold wind. So I'm gonna go for a walk at the park where I usually fly my RC airplanes. At least it turned out to be a nice sunny day, even though it is cold as heck. I was looking at the weather in Brazil. It's summertime right now in Brazil, so it's quite hot. I think January would be a good month to go to Brazil. It's extremely cold here, extremely hot there. No, there's nobody at the park, just 1 or 2 people walking around. Makes it better for me, for I. Now, can I park on this side of the road today? Today's what, Tuesday? No, I can't. It's Mardi Jeudi. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 5. I'm allowed to park there, so. Better slow down before something else breaks in this car. Very expensive to repair. Unfortunately, with the electronic steering lock, it was an unfortunate thing, but it was bound to happen sooner or later. Given the age of the car and also the meterage of the car, it's 11 years old, close to 170,000 kilometers. So it was about to fail the part anyways. It was reaching its life cycle, so I'm not too surprised or upset about that. So that was 2 weeks ago. It's already repaired, as you can tell. I think I made a video where I spoke about the process. I'm trying to turn this off. That's done. Wasn't cheap. What else? I've owned this car for about 5 months now. So it hasn't, I mean, it's been pretty rosy for these past 5 months. Nothing has gone wrong with it except for the ESL, as I mentioned before. What else? I didn't put winter tires on this car because it already came equipped with what's called all-weather tires. So all-weather tires, they're actually allowed by law here in Quebec, Transport Canada actually. So it's legal. They actually have a winter thread pattern incorporated in them. It's, when you look at the thread, you kind of see like it's a mixture of you know, summer tire with a winter tire, if that makes sense to you. I don't know if you ever heard of these tires. They've been out in the market for about 10 years or more now, I think, about 10, 11 years or so. And they're fantastic tires for the money. They'll get you around in the city. But if you live outside of this city, I wouldn't recommend using them, you know, because after a very big snowstorm, really deep snow, let's say 30 to 40 centimeters, it may not be as effective as a full-fledged winter tire. But for now, I'll get through the winter with these tires. I mean, there is, as I mentioned, a winter thread pattern on it. And I'll get through the winter, no problem. I mean, we don't even have snow right now, but who knows in the next couple of weeks what it'll be like. What else about this car? I bought this car for a little bit under $9,000. It's currently at 11 years old, almost 170,000 kilometers driven on it. I believe from the Carfax it was a one-owner vehicle, so it was a lease, and then they came back and did the buyback, so it was one owner. Always maintained at the dealership or dealerships. And I personally will not be servicing this car at the dealership myself. Some things I'll wind up doing myself as a DIY. The only reason why I had this car at the dealer for this ESL problem is because apparently only the dealer could fix it, because you had to reprogram the damn thing, and also you had to order the part from overseas, and also it had to match your vehicle identification number, your VIN number. All this because it is part of the anti-theft system on the car. So it's kind of like losing the original keys of the car. You're pretty much fudged. You have to get the new keys at the dealer. Although I lie, there are some companies out there, locksmith, for cars, for car keys, they'll give you a new key and they'll reprogram it a little bit cheaper than the dealer, but not by much. So anyways, later on when I did my research on the ESL on YouTube of all places, yes, you can find a lot of useful information